guys, it's Nicole from Net Worth again, teaching you how to hack the heck out of Canva. Let's get into it. All right, so this tutorial is going to build off of the tutorial I did previously, number 3. So if you have not watched that one, do watch it, because I'm not going to dive too deep into, how I created the animation too much, just because we've already gone over that, and I know people really want to see how I pulled off the end screen. So I will touch on it a little bit, but do watch tutorial 3. Okay, so here's what the finished product looks like. Okay, and that was done using Canva, as well as Adobe Premiere Pro, of course Photoshop, and we were heavy on the Premiere Pro this time. So if you're not a Premiere Pro user, you can gain a little bit of skills, hopefully by watching this, because you're definitely going to need it to pull off that end screen. So here's how, I did want to show you this. Yeah, here is how it will look originally, and you see how it's super slow, and it doesn't kind of go fast and kind of break that screen like I wanted to. So that's why I mentioned being able to cut it and edit it in Premiere Pro, so that we can kind of time it the way we want to and push that and speed that duration forward. So again, this is really not for super beginners. This is going to be a little more advanced into Premiere Pro of how we cut and edit. Okay, let's look at these pieces though. If you wanted to do something exactly like this, here we have the slow motion golf strike, golf ball animation, green screen. So it's exactly literally what it looks like before we obviously take the green screen out. We also have circle thin. We have a golf tee illustration that I used for this kind of mock logo here. White neon circle, bright glowing rectangle box illustration, super sale sticker for promotion sale. Love this, this is really cool. It's all put together there. Golf on grass for the background, golf swing for the little guy in the corner, and grass. Really I just typed in grass. It's a vector image, but I just typed in grass and that's how I found it. Also the text, I used League Spartan. I love League Spartan, pretty cool text. And I just had some shadow effects here. All right, step 1, add your static elements on top and in bottom of the social feed mockup. Again, I've gone over this so many times, but just in case you missed it, you can easily create this yourself just by looking at the Facebook UI. I have used Open Sans text here, and you're literally just typing that out. These icons, let's see, this one is Facebook SEO single element. This one is Facebook icon, if you want to look it up real quick. This is world, globe, earth vector. This is an ellipsis icon. This one is share icon, message icon, and of course, thumbs up. So literally you can just kind of, oh, these are just lines. You can just kind of map it out. If you do not want to, I do have this entire thing available on my Etsy, and it's just already done for you. So it's got Facebook and IG as the kind of dual posts there. And I also have the Facebook IG single post. So if you kind of just wanted to do a single post, it's already done for you. And obviously guys, you know what you're doing. You can really pull this off yourself. But like I said, support me, support the channel, purchase these if you want them already done for you. Okay, so I'm just going to position this in the middle here. All right, so this is the background, and I just replace background, just literally, and it already was just pretty much perfect for me as far as having that top portion already blurred out. It's just worked out that way. If it didn't work out that way, of course, you can edit image, go to adjustments, and then blur that out there. But it already came that way, so super cool. One last thing for me to do. And then at the bottom, I just decided to do some grass. Just to cover this up. And I kind of just duplicated it and then flipped it horizontal. Moved it back just so that it can add like some dimension. And I kind of covered it up a little bit there. It just looks really cool. And so I have this. I'm not going to do all that. I'm not going to recreate all that. And then pop it right in there. And then pretty much I just moved it just so that it can cover up a little bit of this golf word and then the tournament word as well. And then of course as well, here you have this golf club that's kind of stuck in there. And you can move that down a little bit more or up, just however much. But it just looks cool. It gives it dimension. It looks like it's stuck in that grass there. So that's what I did for that. So I think that's it for the main portion there. Let's get into the fun stuff. Step 2, you're going to find a video with a green screen background. Remove the background using video editing software. I use Premiere Pro or unscreen.com. Not going to go into unscreen.com. You can literally go to unscreen.com or check out my last tutorial. I do go over it. But you're just going to upload the video that you find here into unscreen.com. That's going to take out the green and it's also going to convert it into a GIF or a GIF, whatever you call it. And then that is what we need to put back into Canva because Canva needs those GIFs to be, for it to be animated. So, but let's take this into Premiere Pro. Okay, so I am in Premiere Pro and I'm going to create a new sequence. Go to File, New, Sequence. If you do that, you can just name it whatever you want. Ignore the presets because once you drop your video in, it's going to go ahead and change the settings to match the video that you dropped in. But since I already have an actual sequence for this, I'm just going to drag my sequence over there so we can speed this up a little bit. All right, so now to remove the green screen, be sure to have the video selected. You're going to go to Effects, search in Effects. It's going to pop up a little effects pane here. And type in Ultra Key, drag and drop Ultra Key onto a video. Over here in Effects Controls, if you do not have Effects Controls, go to Window, Effects Controls, and it'll pull up here. And this is going to control what you do with the video. So go down to Ultra Key, use your dropper. It's going to pick up that green. It's going to take that green completely out. And you can also change the setting to aggressive just to make it a little sharper. And as far as how much green they're going to pick up a whole lot of it. So that's that. Now we need to export it. I generally just export it through Media Encoder. And here we want to choose QuickTime, and then you have your output name. You can name it whatever you want, and it'll let you choose the folder here as well. Don't export audio because it's going to be a GIF, so it's going to need to be a low resolution relatively. We're going to come down here and choose the video codec, choose animation. That's super important. And then also render at maximum depth, but do so with the alpha channel attached, okay? Super important as well. And then cue it up to Media Encoder. So after downloading that and converting it, once you've removed the green screen, it actually is still in an MOV file, and we need that to be a GIF file in order to preserve the alpha channels so that we can use it in Canva. Okay, so that's step 3. We're going to drag it on over to Photoshop. Here I am in Photoshop. I'm going to open up what I just saved here. And it's really ready to go. You do not have to do anything inside of Photoshop other than export, save for web legacy. Be sure that it is being saved as a GIF and that transparency is checked, but literally you don't even have to mess with anything in here. You just save it. Jumping back over to Canva, we're going to finish up step 4. We're going to polish that video, and then we're going to upload straight to Canva, add right over your graphic, and then done. But wait, there's more. Step 5, we're going to add special effects with the breaking glass and that beautiful end screen that you saw there. Now this, guys, is the part where you're going to need some skills. So let's jump into Premiere Pro and see how I accomplish this. So firstly, I want to talk about this golf transition here. What I did was I ended up cutting it into pieces, and let me see if we can pull out this video. So this is actually how it's going to look. Let me just play it here. So it's super slow, it kind of winds up, and then it just winds up once, and then just kind of goes super slow-mo. And I wanted something just a little more catchier. So what I ended up doing was breaking it up. When they swung, I kind of cut it out. And then they're going to swing back down here. So as soon as they swing back down, but right before it hits the golf ball there, I want to kind of keep this sequence together. Move that down a little more. So now all I have to do is copy and paste and just kind of play with it. Again, this is kind of where your skills are going to have to come in, your editing skills. And right, he goes back up and then he comes back down. See? And so here I have sped this up, so just right click, speed, duration, and I just maybe a little above 200%. Depends on how, just my visual, like I don't really have a set way of doing things. Like I said, the art speaks to me. Okay, yeah, super fast, about 200% worth. So again, right click, speed, duration, I'm just going to type in 200%. So it can kind of vary. There we go. He's up, he's down, he's up, he's down. Okay. Now I'm just going to drag over the rest of it here. And this is when I want to speed it up. So I kind of like how it gets here. And then I chop it. Oh, by the way, guys, me in tutorials, my bad. I probably should be telling you how I'm doing the chopping if you don't know. So I kind of just place it where I want to. You can press C on your keyboard here, and that's going to cut it. It's also right here, wherever you have it set up. I know Premiere Pro, you can set your own workspace as I have done here, but it's just your little tools here. And this is going to be your razor tool, and you're going to be able to chop that video real quick with one touch. And then I just press V on my keyboard. And that's going to go back to this tool, which is a selection tool where I can drag and, move things around. So I'm just going to move this back. I just kind of cut that because I want to speed the rest of this up. Okay, and this is probably going to, let's see, right click, speed, duration. Probably literally going to do it like 800% or something. Something real crazy like that. Cool, even more. It's going to need even more. Okay. Boom. Okay, that was pretty fast. So yeah, just play with it. So that's how I accomplished that. As you see, it's kind of broken up into its little pieces. And so easily what I did is used I know when we went to step 4 and we were doing all the transparency, we converted it using Photoshop. If you're going to use Premiere Pro, if you're going to do this end screen, I would just leave it right in Premiere Pro. I wouldn't even convert it unless you obviously want to use it for another project. But I wouldn't go to convert it into, Premiere Pro and then take it into Photoshop and then back into Canva if you're already going to come back here and do the in-screen work. It just doesn't make sense. You can still put it back into Canva and then take that graphic and then it'll be a video at that point. Take that video, pull it back into Premiere Pro and then do your in-screen stuff. But you won't be able to do all this fancy cutting and editing work. So if you are down to be advanced, definitely keep it in Premiere Pro. Don't even convert it into an animation for Canva. So anyways, now that we have that, more fun stuff ahead. I have muted this so you don't hear it. All right, but now we need to figure out how we got this glass to hit this end screen. So let's jump right back into Canva and look at this step. So I found another green screen here, and it's literally the best ever. Like, I didn't have to do much of anything. It's called Breaking Glass Green Screen Motion Graphics. And then I use this golf, it's just called golf, but if you type in golf ball bouncing, you'll be able to find this video much better. So what I did is I'm going to take this here. And so when you play it, this already has this little ball. So it's already ready to go for me. The only other thing I did was add some text at the end. So I just kind of used this text and colored it differently and just put thank you. So, but yeah, let's jump back into Premiere Pro and finish up. So once you have your Breaking Glass, all you're going to do is the same thing you did for every other green screen video tutorial I've done. Go ahead and use that chroma key, or ultra key is what they call it here in Premiere Pro, and you're going to remove the green background. I'm just going to remove this so you can see exactly what I'm saying. So here's that. That's the animation that we downloaded from, or the video that we downloaded from Canva. And we're just going to take off the green, wonderful, and make it super aggressive. Maybe a little relaxed. No, aggressive is fine. Okay, so that's how that's going to look. And you just place it right over that graphic and kind of move it around. I just double click this, and now I can kind of size it up. Move it around to match. What you're going to want to do is match where that ball hits the impact of the camera. Okay, so let's jump back over to the beginning so you can see. Here it is. Let me zoom in. And so I have sized it up bigger so you can see where the blue lines. Sized it up bigger and kind of made sure that it was hitting that ball as it came through the camera. Okay. And then I just switched it over to the end screen that we did. And I did this animation. Thanks for watching. I literally did that in Canva because Canva has those animations. So I didn't have to do anything special at all. Just drop it into Canva. The only thing I did was have this glass breaking over the last and final screen for when that T and that ball hit the camera. Switched really quickly to the next scene, and there you have it. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the sound effects on. And again, that's an art in and of itself, is having those sound effects line up properly. So I used, what did I use? Elements, Envato. So Envato Elements, I used them for sound effects. So pretty much this one is, let's see, golf ball hit. So it's just when he hits the ball, I wanted a sound. Okay, that's this sound here. And then the breaking glass. Okay, and then when it gets here, I wanted the thumping sound from the ball. So let's see, this one was golf ball on pavement. That's the name of it on Envato Elements. So it was perfect. I just pretty much timed it perfectly so that every time it bounced, you would hear it. And that's how I did that, man. So it was fun. It was super fun. I love doing videos like these. To be honest, I'm not a super professional, guys. I literally just hopped in here, start playing around with stuff. So hopefully, you guys will hop in and play around with it too, and let me see what you're working with. So go forth and be great. Continue to hack the heck out of Canva. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, notification bell if you love this. And I know I've got some more stuff I can do, and I will keep sharing my techniques. So let me know. All right, peace.